What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Kyusha Limit. I'm Dougie B, and yeah, we're back to working on the 240. So bumpers were on last week as a bit of a recap, and we got some chrome trim on. Still waiting on the other side. I gotta pick up this week, and yeah, I think we're gonna move on to door handles. So this door handle is on, but it's just still loose. Alright guys, so I got one door wrapped up and everything's functioning correctly. You can watch the lock go down there. Door's locked, unlock, and this is nice and tight, nice pop to it. And I want to show you guys how everything looks in there. Let me get my light. Alright, so try to get this light shining up. So, see if the camera will focus. So that actuator there, the rod goes down to that one there. That's the lock cylinder, obviously. And then you can kind of see in behind it, the white one is what pushes the door handle down. So that's the one you want fairly tight. I found I couldn't get that much tighter, but it doesn't really need to be. And then this long rod is the one that goes up, obviously, to actuate the door pull from the inside. And yeah, that's pretty much how it all works. So I actually just learned a little something on this too. I didn't realize these cars, the door, you probably see me in the time lapse trying to get it. I thought it was stuck. The doors on these cars actually won't lock if they're open. So if you go to try to lock it, it's gonna seem like something's jammed or it's just slightly loose. But if you were to close the door, you can lock it fine, or if you're inside the car, you can lock it fine. So anyways, that's one down. If you guys got any questions about that, obviously let me know, but I'm gonna go do the other side and keep trucking. All right guys, the driver's side's in and functioning, nice and tight. A little bit tighter than it was when I took it apart. Once you know how these go together, they're super simple, super easy to do. So now it's time to slap door panels on. Let's get to that. I'll probably film on the other side just because it's a little bit easier and more room for you guys to see. Plastic clips. It does have the provisions for clips, but I think this panel must have been off of a different car or something, because the holes for the clips don't line up with the holes in the door. So unfortunately the clips aren't going to work. However, with this door panel, it's pretty good because it's got this as a tight mounting point, these, this, and this. So there's not really like anywhere that can, even this is like, as you can see, is tight. It's not like floppy at all. So luckily, because the door handle's down low, the bottom's not flapping around. So I don't think it'll be a problem. Threw that back on, this I want to show you guys. These are really commonly, they break. They're usually chrome plastic. They break. I actually 3D printed these ones. And they just go on. They take quite a bit of force to clip into place, so you gotta really get them up over the edge. There you go. For this, these are the little clips you need. When I got this car, it actually didn't have any of these clips. And essentially, if you look here, there's a channel. You can just barely see that channel in there. And so there's kind of how it sits. And then it'll pinch onto that shaft. So you actually just press it on. It'll spread itself out and then you'll be good to go. So, all right guys, we're gonna attempt to do this chrome trim, maybe, see how it goes, but it essentially comes in a few pieces. So piece one goes in here, and then there's another piece that goes all the way around here, and another one that way, and then there's corner pieces that go right here, on top, and there's a piece in the middle that goes on top. So yeah, so essentially I've been told the best way is to put the bottom end in first. Some guys are saying obviously you could put it in before you put the seal in the car, which I guess could have worked. Sounds like it does work. I think that would have been really hard because I was pushing on this seal lots and I felt like I would have bent this, but obviously not. Some guys have done it, so maybe that's a better way. Too late for that. So what we're gonna do now is the way where we just put it in this way, and then essentially you grab a hook tool or something to flip this up over and over the other side. So I'm gonna tape some masking tape along the top here because there's a chance that I could make a mark on it and eventually along here, and then let's see how it goes. Alright guys, so got that top one done, went pretty good. As you noticed, probably I switched to glass cleaner right around here. I got a little nick in it. One, the glass cleaner works great as a lube and it dries on its own, so I would recommend that. But two, I took my pick, let's see if I do it here, and I dulled the end down. This is like a spare pick I have, kind of with that nice hook, and I just dulled it on the grinding wheel, and then you just kind of hook it under and slide it along with the glass cleaner. Works great. So the only thing I'd say is I didn't realize that this should go about halfway probably, so I'm a little bit further on that side. I hope it's not gonna be an issue because now to redo it would suck. So we'll see how it looks once we get I'm gonna put that side in first, like this piece, and then we'll see if I have to, then I might have to remove this and move it over because you can't really slide it now once it's in there. So anyways, that's that guys, and I got that installed, just quick hammered on, so it's super easy. I got a couple of the badge pins for these, so I can put the rest of them on officially. I think I just had that one sitting on there before, so we can put the two Datsun badges on either side. This one as well. I guess we could talk about this, kind of a good time. So these are the little pins, and these are the barrel clips that hold them on. So if you can just, maybe if I set it in there, zoom in, you can kind of see it. Essentially, that little clip just slides onto there, and when it gets pressed in the hole, pressed in the hole, it's right there. So that's just these little clips here. They go on all the emblems and everything. So we got a couple more to do. These Datsun ones for the sides, and these, and one more on the back, and then we're good to go. So for right now, we're going to finish doing the chrome trim around the windshield. So top's done. This piece is just sitting here. So we need to tape up around there, lube it up with some glass cleaner, and then start sliding this trim in. As I said last time, using the glass cleaner was crucial. It made such a difference for getting that trim in. So we're going to do the same thing on these other two pieces. I threw a quick little coat of paint on the wiper arms. They were already painted black. I mean, I could have polished them, but I'm just gonna go with black for this one. So we'll throw those back on once all the trim's on, and we'll be rocking and rolling. So. Alright guys, I brought you down off time lapse there. You probably saw me working on that side, but we're going to do this side, and I want to show you kind of exactly what I learned on the other side, which was a few pretty valuable things. So one, if you remember earlier in the video, I talked about how I think this was too far over on that side. I think that might still be the case, but I'm going to get this side on, and if that's the last one left, I might even have to try to trim some of this off or push a little bit over. It is longer than required because the other piece kind of goes like this. So versus removing it, I just really don't want to remove it and risk wrecking the trim. What I found over there worked best. There's lots of glass cleaner. And Try to keep my hands out. If I start at this corner, at least for my, you know, you can kind of rock it back and forth and determine where it's supposed to sit roughly based on all this stuff. I found it was actually probably easiest to put the inside lip in first for this portion. Kind of had to do a mixture of inside outside. So I got that corner. Let's see if you guys can see that. I got this corner in, and then the tool that's still working the best is this hook, and if I can just get it started. Be very careful not to tear this seal. I actually found this tool, I thought I was scared I was gonna tear it, which is why I took this and kind of dulled the tip down, you can see. But actually what tends to cut the seal the most is the trim. This trim is actually quite sharp. So just work it nice and slow. That's where the glass cleaner comes in handy. And as it rolls over this edge, just push down. You'll see the seal wants to curl around it. So just push down and then kind of move some more. Sometimes you can get a nice slide motion going, but I found that constantly had to be readjusting in order to get a nice motion like that. So there we go, see that? And then it'll be sitting like this, guys. See? And then you can just push down on it. You see the seal come over it. Hopefully you guys can see that. And don't be afraid to throw some more glass cleaner on it to get it to slide nice. Alright guys, well, gave it a quick little dust off as you've seen. Finally got it off the jack stands, and there she is on the ground. Still got to tweak the front fitment a little bit on it, a little bit lower, maybe slip-on spacer. But yeah, it's looking a lot better on the ground than up on the jack stand. So obviously still got the full interior left on it, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a preview of her on the ground. I think it's looking pretty sweet. I actually really dig the black bumpers. At first I wasn't sure. I kind of like them more than the chrome, I think. Although I like the chrome on this car, I think the black looks better than just a cleaner look overall. So that's it for today.